phone's a little bit lighter now. Hello? Is anybody here? I see one person. I need to set up my phone so I can watch the live chat too.
We see one person. Two.
Now two. Hello. We're going to do a keto bake today. Let me get my phone set up.
How do you see people?
Right there. There's Wade Family Farm. Hi, how are you doing? You can type if you want. This is my second live stream. I'm really nervous. I don't like to be the center of attention. Thank you for coming on and showing support. I'm going to do a keto bread right now in my bread maker. And I've got all my ingredients out. My table was a mess. I'm going to try to get done, I don't know, 3 or 4 different keto recipes for Christmas and see how that goes. And hey, M&K Outdoors, how are you doing? That's all right. This wasn't really a planned live. This was a spur of the moment thing. I figured since I was doing keto recipes for Christmas, I might as well live stream it and see how it goes. So I'm going to start off with my keto bread recipe. And like I said, it's in the bread machine. So this is really quick. I'm going to do 1/4 of a cup of softened butter in there. Where's my water? I'm going to do 1/2 cup of water. I'm going to do a tablespoon of honey. Now, a lot of people might freak out that I'm putting honey in here because it's a sugar, but I'm also putting yeast in this. So the yeast will actually eat the honey, so it will not make your blood sugar rise because the honey is getting eaten. So then I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of yeast. We're going to use almond flour, and I'm going to do 2 cups of almond flour.
This is awesome because anytime I have ever made the keto bread, it tastes like crap.
Yeah, the keto breads that are out there, I've tried a million of them. I've tried finagling them and trying to make them my own. What was that one we tried? Cloud bread. Oh, it was like mostly eggs. That was horrible. I'm sorry if anybody likes cloud bread.
Healthy Homestead Chicks says, hey, Jess.
Hey, how are you doing? I'm glad you can make it. So let's see, 2 cups of almond flour. I'm going to do 1/4 cup of psyllium husk. Let's see. Where's I set that? And I have to write everything down, and nobody can read my recipes because I write in chicken scratch. And
who's that, Wyatt? Family Farm?
So Wade.
Wade. Cloud bread is what I tried to.
Did you like the cloud bread? What did you think of it? Alright. I'm doing 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
No.
I'm doing 3 eggs. And Let's see. I need a tablespoon of baking powder. Can they hear me okay?
Can you guys hear her okay?
And that's a teaspoon, not a tablespoon of the baking powder.
Yep. Thumbs up.
Okay. All right, and that's it. I don't have to mix it or anything. I'm going to go across the room and put this in my bread maker, and I'm going to put it on the medium setting.
What are you working on? I missed the beginning.
Right now, this is keto almond flour bread. And the reason I am making this, I didn't mention before, the reason I'm making this now is so that it can dry out and I can make stuffing for Christmas later on. So I'm going to get this in. So I put it in the bread machine. It's on a basic bread recipe, so that's number 1. And then the setting is A for medium bread. It'll take about 3 hours to get done. So I'll have to show you the end results later. I don't think we're going to be on here 3 hours. We'll see. But that's in. And let's see what else.
Healthy Homestead. I have never made keto bread in my bread maker. Need to try it. I'm going to make
your fudge tomorrow. Woohoo! I can't wait. Yeah, Wade Family Farm. I got my bread machine at Goodwill for $10. So I shopped around maybe a week. There was a couple of thrift stores that I did find a little higher price, $25, but still that's really good. The bread machine I got, it wasn't even a year old, and like I said, I paid $10. So look around. Today I'm planning on doing the bread, the keto bread, which I just did. I'm going to try to do the granola, the fudge, some chocolate chip cookies, and a couple more recipes, but we will see how my back holds up. After a couple of hours of standing, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Next, I'm going to make my granola bars. Granola cereal. And I have a recipe on my YouTube channel on this, but I figured I might as well throw this in because I do eat this most mornings. And come Christmas morning, I'm not going to want to cook anything. So if Barrett or I just want a quick cereal or whatever, we can get that together. All right, so I already put in my magic bullet some nuts, and I've got some almond nuts in here, walnuts, and hickory nut, and hazelnut. So all I did was I put this in the bullet and ground it up, not completely fine. And I did that off camera so you guys wouldn't have to sit there and listen to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a pan and just line it with parchment paper. Wow. Traffic is loud today. My recipes are a mess. They're just everywhere. So in total, it was 2 cups of nuts is what I ground up. And to that, I'm going to add 1 egg. Two tablespoons of butter.
You want to do this for 3 hours?
I don't know how long. Depends on how long people want to watch and how long I can handle standing.
Or people may sure you give a thumbs up.
We're going to add a tablespoon of either peanut butter or nut butter, whichever one you want to use. And then I usually put in for the cereal, I usually put in the pumpkin spice chips from Lily's, but I am out. So I am going to use chocolate salted caramel flavored. These are really good. And I'm going to use a half a cup. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of stevia.
Gee, that thing just popped. Let's see here.
This is the brand Stevia. That's just the one I like to use.
Healthy homestead check. I got you on my computer. I'll be in and out of the room. So.
All right.
Yum.
We're going to do a 4 teaspoons of salt. I use sea salt or Himalayan pink. Today it's sea salt. And then all you gotta do is mix this up. It smells really, oh, you can't see it. It smells really good. And you just seen it just like takes a couple of minutes to throw this together. The longest thing that takes is chopping those nuts up. We are going to turn the oven on. What was it? 350. And as soon as this is all combined, we'll throw it on. I have like a little brownie.
This summer I'll be growing my own stevia.
Yes.
If it works.
Yes, I have a stevia plant. I love my stevia plant. Ohio, you gotta bring your stevia plant inside, but my plant is growing so big. And people are amazed, you know, when they come over and visit or whatever. I make them take a leaf and try it because I'm a weirdo, I guess. But it amazes me how sweet the leaves are.
2 Family Homestead, honey.
Hey, 2 Family Homestead, how you doing? You're home? All right, we're going to throw this in my little brownie pan. And because I'm making a cereal out of this granola, it doesn't really matter how you form it. I just try to push it down into the pan evenly, but it doesn't have to be like formed into bars like you were going to make granola bars.
2 Family Homestead, taking a break from no-bake cookies and peanut brittle. Figure I'll watch you cook.
Yum. I know it's always better when you watch somebody else cook. I think it always tastes better too when you eat somebody else's cooking.
2 Family Homestead, good morning. Well, afternoon here.
Yeah. Afternoon.
Just shared this out to the Facebook and Twitter.
Thank you. I appreciate that. How many people are in our live?
5.
All right. We're going to throw this in the oven, 350 for 10 minutes.
It's 12:30. He or Homestead said. Sorry. That's okay.
Did you just wake up, Sherry or Daryl, whoever we're talking to?
Wyatt family.
Okay, so we've been on here how long? 15 minutes and I've gotten 2 recipes done already. So keto, all you have to do is switch the ingredients over to keto ingredients. It's really not that hard. It's Sherry. Am I freezing up at all? On my phone, it looked like I was freezing.
Oh, I don't know.
So let's do the chocolate cookies next, because that'll be really simple. That'll be a quick one. So basically, I cheated. I already have some pre-made chocolate chips done, chocolate chip dough done. I have a video on YouTube for that as well. So if you want to refer back to that, you can.
Okay.
But basically, it's almond flour, your stevia, baking soda, butter. It's the same ingredients as your regular chocolate chip cookies, other than flour, and the chocolate chips are sugar-free.
Wyatt Family Farms. I want to get so keto, but it is expensive. Yes, it is.
You just have to, honestly, keto's not bad, especially if you're a homesteader. Especially if you're a homesteader and you grow most of your food out of the garden, like my kale and spinach. I eat that every single day, maybe twice a day, and I put that in the freezer, and so I grow an abundant amount of that. Now, if you know, most of the stuff I get is from Walmart, because that's the cheapest place I can get my keto stuff. But once you start stockpiling, I buy every month at least 2 of every product, if not more. And then that way I'm building up a stockpile. And then, I think it was like maybe a month after keto, I had a pretty large stockpile. So technically now I don't really have to buy keto stuff, but I do just to keep adding it to my pantry. So that's a quick tip for you if you're trying to start keto, and the prices are a little expensive when you first start. Yeah, the more baking you do, the more expensive, and that's why I stockpile. So I'm just going to break off my chocolate chip dough, put it I'm going to roll it in a ball and then press it down and just put it on my pan.
Let's see. We used to have a liquidation store here. That's where I got all my keto stuff, and I pay about 1/5 of. What's this store's Amish got?
We have a bunch of Amish around us, and the stores that we call them, they used to be called, about 10 years ago, they used to call themselves Bins and Dents, and we could get a lot of canned items or boxed items that were broken or dented or whatever for really cheap. Now they call them I can't get it out. The Amish Walmart stores. So if anybody ever refers to the Amish Walmart, that's what it is. You get really good name brand stuff for really cheap. I think they sell like their canned goods for like 10 cents a piece.
Where are they from?
2 Family Homestead, Lexington, Ohio. I know. We need to go to Lexington so we can go check out and scope out your guys' Amish. I don't know why. I'm infatuated with the Amish. I love dealing with them. I love talking to them.
Now, is there a lot of Amishes up there?
I think 2 Family Homestead, you live in an Amish community as well, don't you?
Oh, so we had those stores. Our stores closed with COVID and never reopened.
Oh.
Sad.
Who did that? Well, the Amish around here don't believe in that. So They don't close anything unless it's a Sunday.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. He just drove them to Dublin the other day.
Really?
Yeah. I was going to try to talk him into coming over or stop by, but it was a long day he had.
Let's see here. Two-family homestead. We enjoy going to the, what is that, Hartville?
I don't know.
Hello? Hello?
Just hanging up. All right, so I got 8 chocolate chip cookies out of here. Not bad. I'm not trying to make them perfect. This is just for me and Barrett, maybe his brother and sister-in-law, and that's it. So there's 8 of them. I'm going to check these. They smell.
Okay.
The granola is almost done. I don't know where. I forgot to put the timer on the granola. Yeah. I'm going to pull this granola out and let it cool.
Let's see. Two-family homestead here also just, they are open every day but Sundays.
Yeah. So here's the granola. I'm just going to let that cool so it can set. We'll set that aside. I'm going to turn my oven to 275 and get the cookies in there.
Okay, healthy homestead check. Well, my battery is dying on my computer. I guess I will check back in a little bit.
All right, we should still be here. Thanks for stopping by, Healthy Homestead Chick. All right, what do you want to do next, babe?
Yeah, that one's cooking. I'm still trying to get my eyes open.
Yeah, I am getting around pretty good. Those those needles that my therapist puts in my back does pretty good. The first day it's pretty painful. The second day I'm good, and the third day I'm good. So I'm moving around, scooting around. Let's do the keto chocolate fudge. Hello, Healthy Food Kitchen. How are you doing? So the keto fudge, we're going to use cream, butter, stevia, chocolate, and vanilla, and that's it. So let's see. Let me get my cream out. And I'll get my pot. Butter. Stevia, chocolate chips, and vanilla.
Let's see, two-family homestead, healthy food kitchen, interesting recipe on your channel.
So we're going to do 1 cup of cream.
Healthy food kitchen, how are you?
We'll add that to our pot. We need a third of a cup of butter, so that is what, a stick and a half?
Third.
3/4 cup of butter.
Is that stick?
This stick is 1/4 cup, or no? Two sticks equal 1 cup. Let's see.
You need 3/4.
I need whatever. Yeah, 3/4.
So you
So I
need
need
a stick
and
and
a half, or a quarter. All right. Then we need 1/3 cup of stevia.
1/2 cup per stick, right?
Yes. I gotta wash this real quick. Usually I wash as I go, but since we're doing a live, I'm a little off. Okay. So 1/3 cup of stevia. My fingers are dry. We'll do a teaspoon of vanilla. And then we'll get this on the stove on medium heat.
2-family homestead. You need an hour doing your dishes.
Yes, that would be awesome. One day, I will have a dishwasher, and a fairy will bring me that. Huh, Barrett?
Do you need any homemade vanilla?
Huh?
Do you need any homemade vanilla?
Sure. Of course. Who doesn't need homemade vanilla? Who said that?
Healthy Food Kitchen.
Huh?
Oh, 2-family homestead.
Does she make homemade vanilla?
Do you make homemade vanilla? Your channel is so nice. It's Healthy Food Kitchen.
Huh?
2-family homesteads. Okay, got you covered.
Sweet.
2-family homestead, sure do. Cool.
Love homemade stuff. I can whip up some recipes like nobody's business, but when it comes to sewing or knitting or crocheting, I can't do any of those things. I was never taught, and I would love to learn how to do that. And I know there's a lot of really good YouTube channels out there that I've watched on doing those things, but it's not the same. I'm more of a hands-on, in-person type of learner. I have to have somebody there teaching me. I just broke that clip. I always keep my yeast in the freezer. Keep it fresh. Waiting for this to melt down a bit. Any more? Are you keeping up with the chat?
There's 6 people. You're probably hurting tonight.
I probably will be. I'll have to take some medicine. I try to keep my space clean. Let's see.
Well, Mr. Thomas just walked by.
Who's Mr. Thomas?
Our turkey. Tom Turkey. He probably smells the food.
Probably.
Nope, he's trying to get Keela's food. He's sneaking in there. Keela must be in the doghouse.
That was quick. It's already starting to turn. My butter's still not melted, though.
Really?
Nope.
What about your cookies?
They're okay. I keep forgetting to set a timer, though. The awesome thing about keto desserts, though, it literally takes minutes to get done. Like the cookies, they're probably anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes to finish. The granola is the same way, 10 minutes to cook, and that's about it.
Yeah, White Family Farm had. What are you doing now?
Right now, I am stirring fudge. We're making chocolate fudge, which is keto. I'm just waiting for my butter to melt.
Yum.
And this to come up to a boil. Huh?
White Family Farm says yum. Healthy Food Kitchen says okay. What's BYA? Two Family Homestead. I have to rewatch to get your granola recipe.
I have the granola recipe on my YouTube channel also. So you can go back to refer to that. I think the only recipe that I don't have on my YouTube channel that I'm going to be making today is my pumpkin pie cheesecake. This is the only thing that takes so long, is waiting for it to come up to a boil.
White Family Farm says, oh, wow, cheesecake. Yes, cheesecake's good.
Yeah, stay tuned. I'm saving the best for last. If you want to see the recipe for the cheesecake, you got to stay till the end. We're just waiting for this to come up to a boil, this fudge. And it won't come up to a boil. It won't come to the temperature I need it to until it's at 210. So that's what we're waiting on. And when you're doing this, you can't really walk away. You need to consistently stir it. If not, it will burn. Don't ask me how I know.
Let me stir it.
No, it's all right. Check it. I have a candy thermometer that I keep an eye on the temperature every once in a while. It's not even close. It's like still climbing. You want to stir it?
I can.
I'll man the chat for a second. I don't know how to do mods. How do you do that? Do I have any trolls yet? Yes, he is a good man. He helps me a lot.
Now, be real. I'm the one who taught you how to cook.
Really? Oh, that's cool. Okay, I figured it out. I always wondered how you added the mods.
What is it?
You can assign people to be moderators so that they can, like, if you get, like, what's the word? I can't think. You get, like, trolls or whatever that are saying bad things on your thing. They can, like, delete the comment. They can do different actions. Hey, Garden Stage Gardener, how you doing? Merry Christmas.
Is this supposed to get thick or what?
Well, I just made you a mod Wayne Family Farm, so you don't have to ask. You've been upgraded. You're welcome. What, babe?
Is it supposed to get thick or what?
Yeah, it's supposed to get thick in consistency. Is it thick? It won't get like super thick, but it'll get thicker than cream. And when it's cooking, it'll turn to like a caramel color, like an off-white, not real dark. You don't want it too dark. That means you burnt it. I'm so bad with first names. I didn't even know your first name was Courtney. I'm sorry. And then once I do learn people's first name, it takes me forever to remember it. Sherry at Two Family Farm said, "You should know. You taught her to cook." He did. He taught me some recipes that were non-keto when we first got together. We've been together now 11 years. So I was pretty young back then. I think, what was I, 27 when we got together?
26.
26 when we got together. So my cooking skills weren't that great back then.
Yeah, especially your chili.
My chili is still horrible. I don't like to cook things that are not a challenge to me. I don't know why. So chili is like one of the worst recipes for me to cook. I hate making chili. But I guess that's what a relationship goes into, because Barrett will not absolutely make steak. And I make some good steak. Why don't you make steak?
I always burn it. Or it's too dry.
His grandma's hamburger soup. Let me check the temperature. It's at a light boil right now. It's climbing. We want it at 210. It's almost there. And give it just a couple more minutes. Really? You've never cooked a steak? Oh. I love meat though. Meat is like, I couldn't live without red meat. There's no way. I was always raised on meats and potatoes. It's probably why I got so big. All right, while he's bringing that up to temperature, I'm going to go ahead and put some parchment paper in a pan, a baking dish.
I got the wrong glasses on.
Right, she definitely doesn't know what she's missing. Home cooked steak isn't anything like restaurant steak. Oh, they were talking about another conversation.
I don't have my brake glasses on.
All right, you want to pour that? Or no, don't pour it yet. Just set it on the counter over there. Yeah, go ahead and show them what it looks like.
I don't know if they can see that. No, I can't tell it, but no, can't tell it.
All right, so I'm gonna let that cool down just a few minutes, and while that's cooling down, I'm gonna get a cutting board. It's not as fancy as Sherry's, but it'll work. And then I'll get some walnuts, about a handful, and I'm gonna go ahead and chop those up. This fudge turned out so good. It was ridiculous. Thankfully, today.
Oh yeah, it's so good when she made it the last time and everything. She tells me to take my time out, and every time I turn around, she was getting me.
It was ridiculous. It was addictive. So this time, I'm making fudge for a friend of mine. I'm going to give half of it to her so I don't sit there and eat it all. Because every time I open that fridge, I took a piece of fudge out. It was ridiculous. Even though I'm keto, I still have problems controlling myself. And thankfully, I don't make sweets all the time. The only time I really make sweets is on special occasions, whether that'll be a holiday or birthday or whatever. And the rest of the year, I don't eat sweets at all or make them.
Oh, let's see here. Where'd you leave off at?
I don't know.
How's the seed contest going by? Okay, cooking. First name, let's see, Daryl Top May. Oh yeah, he's Grandma's hamburger soup.
All right, now I'm going to add a cup of baking chips. This is dark chocolate, just because that's what I like. I'm going to do about a cup.
Let's see, Two Family Homesteads. I have a Power X Grill Air Fried combo sitting on the floor. I need to open it.
Oh my goodness, you haven't opened it yet? That's the first thing I would have done.
Wyatt Family Farm says they started liking steak like 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you missed out. You got a lot of catching up to do.
Yes. And when I make steak at home, I make sure to sear all sides of the steak first to fill in that juice. And also to make sure that the fat on the sides of it is seared to a really nice brown. And it's funny because when I stayed with my dad in California, we used to fight over the fat, over the meat. It was like the best part of the steak. Now that I've been with Barrett for so long, he hated the fat on the steak. No, he decided to like the fat on steak now too, so I don't get his. And he tries to take mine now. So unfair.
Now, come on, every once in a while, I'll let you have it.
Yeah. All right, my chocolate is mixed in really well. So, yeah. I'm going to grab another baking dish.
Especially when it's a tar crispy.
Yes. That's the best part. You put that 2 family?
2 family.
We get, my favorite steak is a ribeye. It used to be T-bone, but here in the last couple of years, it's changed to ribeye. And we have a store around here. I don't know if there's any other stores like that around. It's called Save-A-Lot. And it's in like a lower income part of our town. It's got a lot of discount foods, but they have the best steaks and the best meats there. They do packs of, they have a butcher there on hand, and they do packs of ribeyes, like thick size ribeyes too. What was that? There's like 3 to 4 ribeyes to a pack, and they sell it for like $8 to $10, and that's it.
Let's see. Wyatt Family Farm says, yeah, we have Save-A-Lot. 2 Family Homestead says they got Save-A-Lot.
Do you guys have the good deals on steaks there? Love Save-A-Lot. You want to lick the spoon?
That's good.
So yeah, I made it. I'm just tilting this fudge around, make it even, make all the air pockets come out. And all we do with this,
Is it done yet?
oh, no, it's not done. You want more? You want to lick the bowl? I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle my nuts across it.
I'll be back.
All right. All right, and then I'm going to do coarse sea salt. And then all we gotta do is set it in the fridge for 2 hours while it sets, and it'll be ready. Oh, I forgot about the chocolate chip cookies, guys. Woo! That's why you use a timer in your kitchen. I'll share these. They didn't get too burnt. They're a little brown. That's fine. But they didn't get burnt, so thankfully for that. I'm going to go ahead and put this granola back into my oven because it's not as crispy as I like it. So I'm going to put that back in there for a while. Dumas? I've never heard of that. All right. Let's do some peanut butter cookies. See how those turn out. They'll turn out good. Where did he put my phone at? He must have taken it. Oh, will somebody tell me when 5 minutes is up? Oh, that's a good idea, Sherry. All right. What am I doing? Got my bowl. We're done with this one. We are going to need a cup of peanut butter. I use 100% peanuts. This is the brand I use. And if you've ever used this before, it's really hard to work with because it's all that's in there is peanuts and oil. So it separates and it's really hard to stir. So what I like to do is set it on top of the stove before I start working with it. And then that way it softens it up and I'm able to stir it really nicely into recipes. So peanut butter or stevia or almond flour. Half a cup of butter. Oh, I ran out of butter. I'm going to have to get some more butter out. Give me just a second. All right, sorry, I had to get into the other freezer and there was stuff in front of it. So we're going to do half a cup of butter, and I'm going to throw this in the microwave real quick since it's frozen. Get some stuff put away. Let's see. I need the vanilla. So I'm going to do a cup of almond flour. I'll probably do a cup and a half. Yeah, let's do a cup and a half of almond flour. cup of peanut butter. I'm going to do a teaspoon of vanilla. And 1 egg. We're going to do a 3/4 cup of stevia. And we're going to add our butter in. The thing with baking and cooking with almond flour, the recipes are never really consistent. And you always have to either add or take away ingredients, which is fine. But it's good to know if you've never cooked with almond flour to be prepared for that. You never know if you're going to need more or little. I'm going to add a little more almond flour. I guess that's why I like keto recipes so much, is because you make them your own. You just add what you want and take away what you want. They're just so versatile and easy. Get some of this out of the way. See what you guys are saying. Hey Steve, how you doing? Glad to see you here. If you guys don't know Steve Essex, please go check out his YouTube channel. He's amazing. He's really good at graphic design and creating stuff. Check him out. All right, I'm going to take this peanut butter cookie, roll them into balls. Oh, there's my phone. There, it didn't take it. Oh. You're welcome, Steve, but it's the truth. You're amazing, and you don't get enough credit for what you do. That's why I love YouTube so much. Everybody's so different on YouTube. Everybody has their own creative way to do YouTube. It just amazes me. What about me? I just try to eat healthy and spread the word. Gaining subscribers, Steve. I honestly can't believe you don't have more than what you have, though. I was trying to keep you as my secret weapon, but I decided that's not really fair to you. $600 subs, that's pretty good. I think I'm at 183.
I smell bread.
Yeah, it is very tough. And going live for me is like not in my personality. That's completely out of my comfort zone. I don't like going live. I don't like being in the spotlight ever. So it is tough. It's tough to get out of your comfort zone and be out there for everybody to see. Peanut butter cookies. Well, that one just went to the floor. I've been having a problem lately holding things in my hands. I'm always dropping something. And Barrett's always picking it up for me. Thank you.
Yep.
Washing while you're at work, huh? Will you check that granola in the oven, please? What are you eating?
No.
What'd you snack on? Taking sneaks in my food.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Courtney, did you get all your baking done? You had so many cookies. It's weird seeing myself on the cell phone and then turning around and seeing myself on the computer. Oh, that was sweet of you. I wondered why you were baking for an army.
Hey, Steve. Any new people? You got what, 6?
Steve came in, and so did Garden State Gardener.
Garden State Gardener, hi.
All right, I gotta wash my hands. They're all buttery. What all types of cookies did you make, Courtney? Is anybody else out there cooking right now or baking? Garden State Gardener.
Two types of sugar curry: nut crescent, Russian tea cakes, chocolate
Ooh.
chips. White Family Farms.
You outdid yourself. That's the thing about keto. When I cook keto and I try to give my foods or my cookies away or anything,
Garden State
people
Gardener.
just stick their nose up at it like, what are you trying to feed me?
Are you guys staying home for Christmas or going out? Staying home.
Yeah, we ain't going nowhere.
White Farm says she like decorating the cutouts.
Oh, yeah.
Garden State. That's the best. Yeah, I told my brother he wasn't allowed coming out because he lives in town.
That is not nice.
Well, I'm being safe. He calls
Let's get this out of the oven. 5 minutes should be up. Oh, yeah, it's done.
You gonna show them what it looks like?
You know what I forgot to put in my granola? My coconut. I missed an ingredient, guys.
Bring it on top.
It's all right. I guess I could sprinkle it on top.
Yeah. Garden State asks, are you guys planning on any special dishes or having any company over?
Sometimes we have a few travelers that come by. They just drop in. But mostly it'll just be at me and Barrett. When Barrett's mom was alive, she's gone now. She passed away in 2017. And when his mom was still alive, I was the one that did Christmas dinner for the whole family. So we had a packed full house every Christmas for
7 years.
7 years. So I don't know. I did my time. And of course, you know, the backbone of the family's not here anymore. I guess not backbone. What'd you call that? The glue to the family?
Mm-hmm.
She's not here anymore, so the family pretty much just went their own ways. Oh, that cookie fell apart. That's what you did. You took a bite of cookie.
Planning any special dishes? Just regular dinner?
No. Well, our regular dinner is different from other people because people aren't used to what we cook. I always have a duck for Christmas. So we'll have duck and probably some ham.
Garden State Gardener says same thing happened to my family.
Who said that?
Garden State and Wyatt Family Farms. That's the same with my family.
Yep, it's more common nowadays. I don't get it. I don't like it, and I don't understand it. How was the cookies, Barrett?
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
What did you just do?
Ate some cookie.
Yeah, we took care of Mom the last 7 years of her life and everything, and we had to force our brothers to come out and visit her or take her into their house for a day or so we could have a break. No, it didn't work out that way.
And we were the logical choice to take care of her because I was a STNA for 20 years and I specialized in Alzheimer's and dementia, sundowners and stuff like that. And his mom, Alberta, had Alzheimer's really bad. So it was just the logical thing to do to take care of her. So not only was I taking care of her full time when I was home, I was also going to work in the mornings, working 12-hour shifts, working with dementia people. And sometimes, even people that don't work with dementia people or in nursing homes, they need a break. And we really needed a break. But that's all right. We enjoyed taking care of her when she wasn't beating us up.
Yeah, we had to take her cane away from her because every time I go by her, and she would swap me with the cane.
Why, though?
I don't know.
Because she thought you were her dad, or she thought you were her husband. All right, I'm going to transfer some of these peanut butter balls to my other pan.
How many did you get?
I don't know. I didn't even count. I got quite a few. 9, 10.
Now you can pre-make these
12,
freezer,
yeah.
right?
You can pre-make these and put them in the freezer and pull them out when you're ready to actually bake them. And that's typically what I do with most of my recipes. But since I'm on live, I wanted to make it fresh so you guys know how I do this. And your traditional fork, just pressure peanut butter balls down. Also, the good thing about almond flour baked goods is that it fills you up a lot faster, so you're not eating as much.
You've been on an hour and 12 minutes.
I've been keeping count.
Garden State, yeah, my grandma had dementia and she loved cooking. One day, nobody was watching her. She loved to cook and we smelled something burning.
Oh, no.
She thought she was cooking spaghetti, but it was actually straw.
Oh, I'm so glad Alberta didn't do that.
We locked up the kitchen fast. Yeah, Mom used to go in the kitchen and get in the refrigerator and eat sticks of butter.
Oh, she was horrible, though, because I'm sure who's he talking about? His grandma or?
Grandma.
Alberta, she grew up in the Great Depression. So I think she was like really reverting back to those days. And she always thought she was hungry. Always. Thank goodness she didn't ever try to cook. But let me tell you, she would eat anything she could get her fingers on. We heat with wood, and we found her one day sitting in her wheelchair, peeling the bark off the wood next to the wood burner, eating the bark. And she just ate the weirdest stuff. She was one of those women that acted like she couldn't do anything by herself. But when nobody was looking, she was bulletproof. And she got into the bathroom and I kept all my makeup on a top shelf in the bathroom, and she had stood up from her wheelchair, got my makeup and ate it. And she refused. She kept saying she didn't eat it. She didn't do anything. And I told her to stick out her tongue, and she had nothing but glitter all down her tongue. She had gotten into like my shimmering highlighter stuff. And she just ate it all. I was so mad.
Yep. Hardest part is when they forget who you are.
Oh, yeah. It's funny, too, because she, one day I was at work, and I worked night shift at the time. And I called Barrett on my break to see how he was doing with taking care of her, because it was all new to him. He never was a caretaker, done anything like that before. And he's screaming and everything else.
Oh, my gosh. Don't be telling that story.
I'm like, what's wrong with you? And he was like, Mom, just try to climb into bed with me. Oh, I laughed so hard. It was the funniest thing ever.
But he's gonna tell the one where she
He
farted on.
says, have a question. Did she get racist in a way going back to old times?
No.
To Karen, she
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Barrett's sister-in-law, I guess she's my sister-in-law too, but our sister-in-law is black, and yeah, she did. 1 minute she would love her, she was the best daughter-in-law ever, she'd hug on her, kiss on her and everything, and then the next she would revert back. All right, so let's see, we got the chocolate chip cookies cooling, we got the peanut butter cookies in the oven.
White family, my grandma
had
had that, and my grandfather passed away 15 years before, but she couldn't remember, kept asking where he was. It was horrible, like reliving his death, yeah.
I think that's the worst disease there is. Well, one of the worst diseases. I can't imagine having Alzheimer's, and I used to think about that all the time. Like, I know they say that they don't know where they're at or anything in the moment, but what if sometimes it comes back and they snap out of it, and they realize for a second, and then they go back into that? I think that would be horrifying. Yeah, that's sad. Wade Family Farm. I'm sorry to hear that. It's really hard. All right, I had a couple more recipes I wanted to do, but you guys, I'm starting to hurt. So as I promised, I'm going to go ahead and do the cheesecake recipe real quick and get that done so I can get sitting down and relaxing and get some ice on my back. So we are going to be making keto pumpkin cheesecake with walnut crust. If I can find the recipe.
Garden State, I have a good one for you, but there is no way I can put it online. It was so bad. So sorry. It was horrible. Okay, I'm lost here. I have a good one for you, but there is no way I can put it online. It's so bad. So sorry, White Family Farm. White Family. I'm living in my grandmother's house now. She's always with me. That's cool. Garden State Gardener, take care, everyone. I have to go. Nice chatting with you guys.
Thank you, Gardener State Gardener. Thanks for stopping by and supporting us. Yeah, that's awesome. The property that we live on, it's been in Barrett's family since
1960.
So we have a lot of memories of his parent. Well, I have a lot of memories of his mom. I never got the chance to meet his dad, but lots of memories.
Yeah, we live in the trailer on the same property that Mom owned and everything. Her house is right, probably 200 feet away from us and everything, but the house needs a lot of fixing up to do. And we got a couple of people come in and gave us a price, what it's going to cost, and it's ranging from $40,000 to $50,000, $60,000 just to do the whole place. It's a 3-bed. Well, actually, it can be a 4-bedroom, living room, kitchen, bathroom.
All right, so I'm getting 16 ounces in my mixer of cream cheese that's been softened.
Let's see, White Family. Yeah. That's something we got to do over Mom's house, replace all the wiring and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We started working on it. We tore all the walls out of the kitchen and stuff. We're going to redo that. Then Jessica hurt her back and my legs started messing up.
Do you have the tape wiring, Courtney?
Yes, in part of the house.
Yeah.
So what are you making right now?
Right now I'm making the pumpkin spice cheesecake.
I'm bringing in the mixer.
That's what I'm making, the filling. I'm doing the filling. I got 16 ounces of cream cheese in here so far. And we're going to add 3/4 cup of sour cream.
Oh, this cookie's better.
Not long. We're going to do 3/4 cup of stevia. And a tablespoon of pumpkin spice. Two teaspoons of vanilla. And let's see. We'll go ahead and mix that up. You want this to be really creamy. You don't want any lumps in your cream cheese. Once that's done mixing in, we're going to add the 14 or 15 ounce of pumpkin puree. Puree. However you say it. Get the lid off. This is the Kroger brand. It's 100% pure pumpkin. And the ingredient on the back is pumpkin, and that's the only ingredient in there. So when I have a bad pumpkin season, this is what I get. This year, I had a bad pumpkin season. We didn't get any pie.
We got one.
We got one pie pumpkin. Did we? I don't remember.
Yeah, well, it was buried out there with the other stuff, and I didn't see it. And I ran it over with the mower.
Oh. Well, it's your fault then. No. All right, we're going to lightly mix that in.
That's not a very good idea.
I always do that so my paddle isn't covered and stuff. I know.
It gets splattered.
Scare you?
Yeah.
Do you want to lick this? Why not? It's good. All right. Just make sure that pumpkin
Hold a
puree
scoop up
is
there.
completely. Huh?
Hold a scoop up there so you can see what it looks like.
I will. I'll bring it over to the camera in a second. But make sure that's all mixed in. I think I'm going to add a little more stevia. All right. This is what it should look like. Now we are going to add in 3 eggs. But we want, when we add in the eggs, we want to make sure we hand mix it in, just fold it in. Because if we mix it with a paddle, it'll create air pockets, and we don't want any air pockets. 1, 2. It's supposed to make you hungry, Courtney, so you'll cook my recipes and try it. And then you can come back and give me feedback how the recipe was. All right, now that we got this mixed up, we're going to make sure our oven's at 350.
Cookies.
I'm going to pull them cookies out. Don't forget about them, huh?
There you go.
Perfect. Here's what the cookies look like, and later on what I'll probably do is dip them in melted chocolate on one side, but I'm running out of room. I'm not going to do that right now because my back's starting to hurt. This cheesecake done.
Is that rack in the right place?
See if this will fit in there. It'll be all right. Thank you. All right, so for the crust, we're going to take a springform pan and let's see, where's my bowl at? We're going to do a cup of almond flour and some walnuts and 2 tablespoons of butter. So a cup of almond flour, I'm going to chop these walnuts up a little bit.
put nuts in this?
Oh, you're putting... No, I didn't put nuts in the peanut butter cookies. You can't have nuts in every dessert. And anyways, it's made out of almond flour.
Well, you can't put nuts in.
Not in every recipe we make.
Wow.
You're normal.
Just do half of it.
Mix that together, and we need 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to go ahead and mix that together. You know, I'm going to use my hand. And this is just going to be our crust. It's as simple as it gets. Any comments?
Nope.
How many people's on?
5.
Not bad. Alright, we're going to take this over to the springform pan, and we're just going to press firmly the crust into the pan. And this isn't supposed to be like a really thick crust or anything like that. So we're just going to spread it out very lightly. And I'll show you this in a second.
Can you, like, take your phone and show it?
No, I don't know how. No, because the recording is on the computer.
Well, see, that's why I'm trying to figure out how to get your phone hooked up.
You're supposed to be my tech man.
You don't have to read up on it. Amazon came to my door. What do we get?
All right, this is what it looks like in the pan. Oh, that hurts my back. Next step we're going to do is we... Huh? What? You can't read?
It's on an angle.
Amazon came to my door. My still. Oh, awesome. I've been waiting for that. I didn't know if you ordered it or not. She's going to make essential oils or alcohol. No, she's making essential oils. Next up, we're going to take aluminum foil and we are going to wrap it around the springform because we are going to water bath the cheesecake. We don't want any water seeping into the springform pan. So we'll line it like that. Another sheet. I'm going to do another one for good measure. I don't want no water seeping in there.
Essential oil.
Huh?
You gonna do that?
What?
The essential oil.
I would love to do that. I'm totally into all that. But you have to have a still to do it. Make your oils. I'll have to follow Courtney to learn how to do it. Alright. right, now we got our springform pan protected. We are going to go ahead and add the filling in there. Make sure I put all the ingredients in here. I did. All right, let's get this filling in there. It smells so good, you guys. Did she say anything about the essential oils?
You can't use the same still for alcohol, so you have to get a separate still.
That's all right. We don't drink.
Yeah, we don't drink.
Getting too old for that. Have too many shenanigans when I drink. Is that right there?
No, I don't know.
I'm just lightly spreading this filling out, making sure it's even in my pan. All right, now the only thing left to do is get this in the oven and water bath it. Ugh. So what I do is I take my turkey roaster and I put my cheesecake in that. Just set it in there. And I'm going to put a cup of water in the bottom. Don't get it in your filling. And then, you want to put that in
You get like a pie tray.
I know.
That too.
We'll go ahead and put that in the oven. Again, that's at 350. And we will water bath that for 8 to 10 minutes. Make sure we'll do 9 minutes. And when you do this, make sure not to open the oven. Don't check on it. It'll create air pockets and it'll make your cheesecake crack. So do 9 minutes and leave it in there. Don't check on it. Once your 9 minutes is over, what I suggest you do, turn off the oven and open the oven door. And then leave it there for about 5 minutes. After that, then you can pull it out and let it cool on the countertop. Once it's cooled down, then put it in your fridge. If you don't do these steps, your cheesecake will crack. So those are the tips I've learned trying to create this recipe. And that was the best solution for me. So I hope it works out for you. All right, so this is going to conclude our live. I think I did pretty good standing and cooking this whole time.
No, not towards me.
And I'm just getting really tired. And I think what I'll do is when everything is set and the cheesecake is done and the fudge is done, I'll go ahead and put out a mini video so that you guys can see the end results and see what those look like. So if you're not, go ahead and subscribe to me, like and comment, and follow me along this journey, and you can see the end results of these recipes. I want to thank you all for hanging in there with me during this live. Courtney, I want to thank you for moderating, and also to Family Homestead. And I hope to see you guys soon.
Wouldn't want to wait for comments on the...
Boom.